Hi everyone, so we are here at ET Inspiring Leaders North 2024 and I have Mr. Akshay Verma with me, who is the founder of FitPass. A very warm welcome, sir. I know your flight got delayed, but I hope that you had a sound and safe journey. I hope, yes?
No, thank you for having me here. Yes, everything is good.
Except the flight delay. All right, so I want to ask you that how do you see, what do you think about the fitness landscape in India and how has FitPass contributed in its growth?
So I think fitness as a consumer spend has increased drastically. As a landscape, obviously, we come from a country where yoga was part of our culture, is part of our tradition. So being physically active is something that everybody knew was important to us. And even if you look at how we've depicted history, people who are strong, people who are fit have always been people that we've looked up to.
Yes.
However, I think in the middle, in the last 10 or 15 years, that sort of got deprioritized as India became liberalized as an economy and wealth started getting created. Maybe people forgot about their own health. But then came COVID. And after that, I think we rebalanced our priorities. So today, fitness has burgeoned in many ways than what you could have imagined was before 2020. How the landscape has evolved is really, I think fitness had become a luxury and people needed to pay 20,000-30,000 rupees to a gym to just become a member.
Yes, me too.
And that is what we have broken, because FitPass is a monthly membership program to a network of 8,100 gyms.
Okay.
And then along with that, you get nutrition, AI coaching, etc. So what would have cost you 20,000 in one go has suddenly become democratized, accessible. Now you have the freedom to go work out anywhere, close to home, close to office. So you don't have to choose one location. You don't have to choose one workout. You have gym, yoga, Pilates, Zumba, Krav Maga, CrossFit, mixed martial arts, rock climbing, swimming, all with one pass. So I think what we have done is we've been able to bring more people into the fitness ecosystem. Because earlier, who would be a gym member? Somebody who could pay 20,000 in one go and live in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius of that location. Nobody would travel 7 kilometers.
Yes.
And you always had to choose कि घर के पास ले कि ऑफिस के पास ले. अब आपको सब मिल जाता है with one membership, which is a 2,000 rupee monthly membership.
This is exactly what I thought कि मुझे अपने घर के पास चाहिए so that I can walk to the gym. I don't need to, because it makes you feel lazy too a lot of times. Who has been that one fit person who you look up to, or who you did in your past?
In the past, I used to be an athlete. I used to play football for Delhi State. I've played cricket for the university, for Oxford University.
Great.
So if you ever go there and you see the name on the board that we have, so you have Imran Khan's name, Nawab Pataudi's name, and you have Akshay Verma's name at Oxford University. So I had generally been a very fit person. Who do I look up to? I think what we look up to is our philosophy, that it is everybody has their own personal journey. Every body is different.
Yes.
So the philosophy that we carry is your fitness, your way. So currently the precipice that India is at is to defeat inactivity. Right? Physical inactivity is so large in India, such a big problem in India, that even though we're the world's youngest population, right? The average age is 28, 50% population is below 35, yet we carry the title of being the diabetic capital of the world, hypertensive capital of the world. So if so many people are young, yet we are being plagued by preventable lifestyle diseases, all of it is preventable by what? By activity.
Yes.
So defeating activity is zero, which is why we keep saying any activity is better than zero activity. Not everybody has to become Brad Pitt, or not everybody has to become an elite athlete. What you have to do is become active. So the philosophy is your fitness, your way. So although a lot of people look up to a lot of fit people, what they have to understand that it is not a destination that you get to. It is a journey. And until you don't begin, you never start. And the effects of compounding, like, how we invest in SIPs. People know that if you keep investing a little bit in your mutual fund, in your SIPs, over time, it gives you compounding results. It is the same thing with your health.
Yes.
If you start investing a little bit, it results in huge benefits later. So the problem that we're trying to help India solve today is just to get active. So any activity is better than zero activity is the core philosophy.
Yes. But I think that we'll soon be able to bring this number down, since we see that more and more people are they are now enthusiastic about gym. I see so many elders in the gym. So
I think that is absolutely correct. So today we have more than 1.1 million people working out through us every month. 1.1 million people is 11 lakh people. On a daily basis, we have 1,12,000 people working out through us. I don't think there is any standalone gym in the country that would have had 1 lakh members in their lifetime, or even has 10,000 members as a location. So to be able to get 11 lakh people moving, I think FitPass has achieved a great deal in the last 9.5 years. Because most of these 11 lakh people are people who were not in the ecosystem before and have been encouraged by our product, by how affordable we made it, by how flexible we made it, is why they've entered this ecosystem, and which is why I think gyms are growing faster.
Yes.
People are coming into the ecosystem easier.
See, this is why you got more than 8,000 gyms in more than 75 plus cities. And we know that you started from small startups. So how did that evolve, if you would like to share with us?
So we started in South Delhi with 75 gyms in the network.
Okay.
And
75 in just South Delhi?
Only South Delhi.
Okay.
And then when we launched the product in September 2015, within 2 months we realized that the product was doing phenomenally well. People loved the fact that they had the freedom to go anywhere, anytime. They were not stuck to one location. It was not just gym. They could also go to yoga, Pilates, Zumba. Because if you think of a person, if they took a yoga membership, yoga studio membership, then maybe they couldn't go to a gym because they needed to pay 20,000 separately to a gym and 20,000 separately to the yoga studio. So that's 40,000 a year. So with our membership, they could do everything because near your home, there must be locations for a good yoga studio will be there, a good Pilates studio will be there, a swimming facility might be there, and a gym might be there. With this pass, you can go everywhere with FitPass. But if you did not have FitPass, you'd have to buy each membership separately. So within 2 months, we started seeing that we had a lot of adoption. So on 1st of January 2016, we launched the proposition that for 999 rupees, 999, you get access to 1,000 gyms in Delhi.
Okay.
So we went from 75 gyms in September 2015 to 1,000 on 1st of January 2016. And after that, we just kept going to cities, and the customer love, I think, just propelled us. And the fact that the gyms had suddenly started monetizing their unutilized asset, because gyms were largely empty. Now, because we had so many people walking in and we were paying the gym so much money, that everybody started doing better. And it's exactly the same concept as an Uber or an Airbnb. This is how a shared economy works, that you bring in so many people into the ecosystem that all the asset owners start making more money than they did previously.
I would like to know that what has been that key strategy, because I see other gyms also, and I personally go to Anytime Fitness. So Anytime Fitness has, what I've observed is that this particular gym has more crowd than other gyms. I've been to other gyms also. So what has been your key strategy to bring more people in?
I think fitness was the only industry where consumer was not the king.
Okay.
Right? Consumer was told, you have to pay me 20, 30,000, and whether you come or not to my gym is your problem.
Okay.
So 97% of gym goers felt cheated after a year, which is why you see the renewal rates at a gym are not very nice and are very poor. So the strategy that we have is to make consumer the king in the industry. The consumer should be able to go where they want, when they want, pay how much they want. If they're not using the membership this month, they should not be forced to pay for it. So it's a pay-as-you-go service, and I think that is what, because consumers want to be treated correctly. I go for a haircut every 3-4 weeks. My hairdresser for the last 20 years has never told me, Akshay, pay for the whole year upfront. Right? Only gyms do that to you. There's nothing in your consumption basket that want you to pay for the whole year upfront. This is what we changed. And I think this is why more and more people came to us. And the fact that we're in networks, obviously commanding 1.1 million active users, people who are working out every month, is a huge number.
And last thing, that you have this philosophy of your fitness, your way. So how does this support India's vision of Fit India and Active India?
So like I was saying before, physical inactivity is such a big problem in India today. I'll give you 2-3 things. We're the youngest workforce in the country, in the world. WHO put out a paper saying sitting is the new smoking and categorically identifies that burnout is caused by chronic inactivity. So inactivity becomes a problem. They gave you a line, sitting is the new smoking. People always think smoking is bad, but sitting is worse. Then Lancet Global Research just published a paper that said, a study that said that if Indians, who are the youngest in the world, if they become active, they add 15 lakh crores, just count the zeros, 15, then 5 for lakhs, and then 7 for crores. So 12 zeros after 15 lakh crores every year if they only become active, because that will reduce the healthcare expenditure, etc. So just by doing this, there is so much value to be added to your own life. Your own expenditure goes down, you feel better, you become stronger, and so does your country. So just being fit helps you in more ways than you can imagine. And obviously, as lifespan is increasing, as longevity is increasing, the conversation is also shifting to, when you mentioned about elder people, it is no longer about how many years I live. It is also about how well I live them. Right? So now people my age who are nearing 40, we know that after 60, there's maybe 20, 25 more years ahead. So if we don't get strong now, our muscle degenerates too fast now. So for us to be able to be functional at that time, even just do basic tasks, we have to build muscle now. So I think this entire system, this entire understanding has pervaded everybody in the country now. They understand, all the young guys understand that they want to take care of themselves. The millennials understand, the elderly understand, and we become the preferred solution because we offer everything together.
Yes, and we do look forward to more and more people comprehending it. And thank you so much for sharing all this with us. Thank you so much. We are glad to have you here.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.